Hey everyone, welcome to Poké Collab. It's episode 19. Can you believe it, Oren?
No, it's going fast.
It's going fast. We're almost at episode 20, but we're here. So welcome to Poké Collab, where we collect, train, and battle together. As I introduced Oren, my name is Ivan. I'm from Chard, and today's date is January 27th, 2025. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're enjoying us. It's pleasant. We are pleased to have you on. Just a quick rundown of what we're going to be talking to. I know that we've kind of touched on it last episode, Nintendo Switch number 2 that's coming out. But we want to talk a little more in depth in it. So stay tuned for that. No, a Pokemon Unite update, new character coming in. We'll give you a little rundown of who's that. Owen's going to have some little Pokemon coins for us. And finally, I got some prismatic evolutions. So I get to share that. If you guys have listened to my story last time, I know it was a little bit of a headache, but it all comes full circle, as we just say. So, what about we get into it, Oren? What about Nintendo Switch 2?
Yeah, let's do it. So, last episode, if you listened, you know that our conversation about Switch 2 was cut slightly short
Yeah.
due to a necessary break that was called for. So, we kind of want to just talk a little bit more about Switch 2, our feelings on it now that we've had some time to digest the announcement and listen to some other podcasters about it and just think about whether or not it's something we'll jump right into when it releases or if it's something we'll wait on. So I want to get some of your feelings, Ivan, now that you've had time to meditate on the Switch 2, the information we have, and if it's something that you're going to get at release.
Yeah, so at first, I wasn't going to. And then things started coming out, and it's like, okay, the games. I think that the games are gonna be probably what we're gonna be sold on. We really enjoyed Mario, and so a lot of the games that are coming out, it's gonna be Mario. Oh my goodness, as a Galaxy,
Well,
Mario
I don't
Galaxy
know.
3, Mario Galaxy 3.
Is that a rumor? Because there's nothing announced officially about that.
Oh no, I think it's announced. I think it's
No,
announced. Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Hold
We
on.
got we got a little tidbit from Nintendo itself on Instagram.
I don't think that's announced, Ivan.
You don't think?
I don't
Let
think
me see.
so. I don't know what your source is.
Well, my source is telling me. Let me double check
I don't
here.
think there have been any officially announced Switch 2 games yet.
What? Really?
Yeah, I'm almost certain.
Oh, man.
We've
It's
only seen. Go ahead.
Mario Odyssey 2.
Where are you seeing this?
So this this is okay. The source I don't know is he's not from Nintendo, but his name is Dennis Collects on Instagram. And so he posted this saying that these are the games that are going to be coming out. He posted Super Smash Bros. Legacy, which I did hear is going to be coming out for Switch 2. Mario Kart 9 Crossroads, Super Mario Galaxy 3, and Super Mario Odyssey 2.
And where did he get that info?
The info, let me see here. Looks like he got it from Twitter.
Okay, so it's all rumors so far.
I mean, as far as right now, it's all rumors.
Okay.
But if these were legit games, because I did hear that Super Mario Legacy is coming out. I did hear about that.
What is it
But
called?
I don't know the source. That's the thing. Because that's the ninth one for Super Smash Brothers.
Oh, okay. Super
Yeah.
Smash Brothers Legacy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so um these are kind of the games that like we've been playing. Like I mean, I've been playing Smash Brothers ever since 64. And Mario Kart, we've been playing that since NES. Super NES. So we really enjoyed my wife and I, Kayla, we loved Galaxy and we loved Odyssey. I mean, Odyssey has been I think that's probably one of the biggest games that Kayla has played. She's played that all the way through. Um, it's super long. It's a super long game, but it keeps you, going and active. So to be able to have Odyssey 2, which is going to be, I think I'm going to get involved with this one because out of all the Mario games that have come out just recently with Wonder and Mario 3D, this has kind of caught my attention. And I'm glad because Nintendo has its ultimate character, which is Mario. And Mario has been a staple ever since, I mean, we're going into like 2025. So it's almost like our age, Orin. It's like over 30 some years. To them to keep producing these Mario games and that they're actually good.
Yeah.
Like Mario Wonder was amazing. I loved it.
Hmm.
And we also had Deluxe, Super Mario Deluxe, that was for the Switch. That game probably was my favorite. And then 3D. So for me, it was Deluxe, Wonder, and then 3D. That's what I'm gonna go.
Okay.
And for them to actually continue to produce a a franchise character, I'm gonna say he's a franchise character.
Yeah.
Nobody else has come out. Well, okay, Sonic, okay, but
It's not the
even
same.
then, it's not. It's not the
No.
same. The music for this games, the character, the gameplay, it's captivating me. So I think that's why I'm gonna get Switch 2 because of just the franchise character of Mario keeps it keeps the franchise alive. That's all I'm gonna say because it's just that epic and the characters and like the gameplay, like it keeps you wanting more.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good enough reason for me. And like how we kind of touched on if Pokemon Legacy, no, what is it? Pokemon
Legends ZA.
Legend, Legend ZA comes out.
Yeah.
That's I mean that's gonna be the nail in the coffin for me.
So I'm gonna throw an idea out at you. Now these are still rumors. Like there have not been any officially announced titles yet for Switch 2.
Correct.
All we've seen is some gameplay of what we can assume will be Mario Kart 9. And they showed that in the announcement. I think I have to sneeze. Hold on. Okay. Is it going away? I don't know. But so that's all we've seen. That's the only official thing that they've shown is a some footage from the next Mario Kart.
Hmm.
Now, so my next question to you is, so clearly you and Kayla are huge Mario fans. Uh Definitely more so than me and Ariel.
Mm.
Like we really enjoy the Mario games, but you guys are definitely more hardcore. Like you're completionists and like you're just better at it. Um so here's my next question. Let's say Mario Odyssey 2 and the next Smash Brothers and the next Mario Kart and the next side-scrolling Mario games. Let's say they are release titles for Switch 2, but they can still play on old Switch hardware, just at a lower frame rate and with not as good graphics. Let's say that Nintendo actually does something like that. We don't know if they will or not, but let's say they do that. Are you going to buy the Switch 2 or are you going to wait?
No, we will not buy Switch 2.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's just why? Because we don't physically play the Switch in our hands.
Yeah.
And I mentioned it last episode, like the whole screen, the magnetic
Yeah.
Joy-Cons.
So you
That
don't care
doesn't that
you
doesn't
don't care about the Joy-Cons. You don't care about the screen size. Because you're just going to play it docked anyway.
gonna play a docked anyway.
So let's say the alternative happens though, and let's say those games are released Switch 2 and they're exclusive to Switch 2. you're buying it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm very curious what Nintendo is going to do. So here's what we know. We know that Switch 1 cartridges are going to play in the Switch 2. We know that your digital Switch titles are going to work on Switch 2. So I've been really hoping that this is going to be the case because really what this is kind of starting to make us think about is like think about the way that iPhone and iPad work and the way that Android devices work. The Play Store on Android is the Play Store is the Play Store is the Play Store. Like I can buy a game on the Play Store and load it on any Android device I have and try to play it and see if it works or if it doesn't, or if it runs bad or if it runs well. Same with iPhone. Like, I mean, iPhone has a little bit more control in terms of like you can put switches on your apps and say like this app will only run on these devices. Um, but like if you buy a game on an iPhone 15, you know it's going to work on iPhone 16. You know it's going to work on iPhone 17. You know it's going to work on iPhone 18. So I think we're finally at this point with Nintendo and their devices where they've created their app store, their Play Store, and that's our current eShop.
Yeah.
We know that the eShop for 3DS and Wii U, those are retired. But we have this current state of the eShop on Switch, and they've told us that it's going to carry over. So hopefully we're at this point where that's going to carry over indefinitely, just like how the iPhone is. I think if Nintendo doesn't do that, they're going to shoot themselves in the foot. So we know that basically every game from Switch 1 is going to work on Switch 2, except for some odd titles that might need a weird peripheral that for whatever reason can't work on the Switch 2. Now the thing that we have yet to see is will developers continue to make Switch titles that work on Switch and Switch 2? And my guess is the closest thing we've seen to this scenario with Nintendo is we had the Nintendo 3DS
Mhm.
and then we had the new Nintendo 3DS. And that was a much smaller jump from Switch to Switch 2. When the new Nintendo 3DS came out, it was more powerful. It did have some functionality that the original 3DS did not have, and it did get some exclusives that the 3DS did not get. But for the most part, developers continued to develop just for the 3DS because the new Nintendo 3DS didn't really it didn't get out into as many hands as, Nintendo probably hoped. So like it didn't make sense for developers to develop for the new one. They continued to develop for the old and it worked on both. So, but Switch 2 is going to be much bigger than the new Nintendo 3DS. So it's much more likely that the Switch 2 is going to be in a lot more hands. So it's just going to be a matter of time for us to see our developer is going to create exclusives for Switch 2. My guess is third-party developers, like indie developers, um, definitely indie developers. My hunch is that indie developers, indie games, they're just going to produce them for Switch and it'll work on Switch 1 and Switch 2. I think the exclusives that are going to force our hand to buy the Switch 2, those are going to be from Nintendo. I think the Nintendo games will be the exclusives. I think the Smash Brothers, the Mario Odyssey, maybe not the side scrollers. Maybe the side scrollers they'll allow, or maybe they'll be able to make those work on both platforms. But like I think they're open world games. I can't imagine Legend ZA being for both. Then again, it has been in development for a while. Okay, let me take that back, and then I'm gonna let you talk. I could see Legend ZA working on both. I could see the next mainline Pokemon game being exclusive to Switch 2. That's just
That's
my
gonna be
guess.
that's gonna be amazing then.
Yeah, because like they've already been talking about Legend ZA for like what, a year at this point. Like we've known about it for a while.
Yeah,
But
since that trailer came out, yeah.
yeah. But we have zero details about the next mainline Pokemon. So I can almost guarantee you the next mainline Pokemon is going to be Switch 2 exclusive. But I could see ZA being on both.
Yeah. So you mentioned a couple of things there. Being that the eShop, they need to keep that going because that is like their bread and butter, as well as like whoever want to get in touch with like their nostalgic era of like video games with Sega. We mentioned Sonic. So Sonic is still there, but it's you got to play it on the eShop. So I think with that eShop, like you can get so much more out of it, out of your Switch, and not just what's mainstream right now. And I think that the eShop has to continue. And I'm pretty sure that's going to continue on to beyond whatever's beyond Switch 2.
Yeah, this current iteration of the eShop needs to continue
Yeah.
for in perpetuity. Like I mentioned, they've retired the old shops for like Wii U,
Yeah.
3DS. So what stinks about that is like if you bought games on those like I did, like those games are just gone.
Wow.
That's why
Well,
like
unless
yeah, go ahead.
well, unless they make them available again on eShop, because I know you can get Game Boy games. I mean, not all of them, and probably not the ones you bought, but you can
No.
still get Game Boy games.
Well, yeah, but like for instance, I bought a lot of N64 games on Virtual Console on Wii U.
Oh,
And like I don't have those games anymore because like the Wii U Virtual Console games didn't move over to the current eShop. So if I want to play N64 games, I have to have the Nintendo Online
yeah,
Family Premium to play those. So
correct.
I no longer have anything from the old shops. So
Okay,
like this shop needs to stay. Like they can't keep doing this to their customers. Um, like retiring old shops and making us buy them again. I really think that we're at a stage that Nintendo is where they need to be to follow in Apple's shoes with like the App Store. Like the App Store has been the same from iPhone 1
yeah,
all the way to iPhone 15 or 16 or whatever the current one is. Like it's unchanged, you know?
yeah. What else too? You can think about how Sony and Xbox have made their shops. Like PlayStation, they have games all the way to PS1 and even PS Vita,
So here's my
I
question.
believe.
I have a PS3 and I bought a lot of games on PS3, like PS1 games, random stuff. If I bought a PS4 or PS5, is it the same store that I bought those games on PS3, or is it a different store?
That's a good question. I think you would need to buy. You would need to buy a PS5 actually.
Right, I understand that, but like
So,
on the PS5, if I sign in with my PlayStation Online membership, would I still have the games that I bought digitally on my PS3?
oh, you would had I don't think so because you would had to have made him an account after PS3
Well,
or
I have
PS.
an account.
But I don't think it's that's a good question. I think we should look and see because I feel like I don't think so. Only because the PlayStation Network, Play
Yeah,
Network is completely revamped. So
yeah,
I don't even think, I mean, that would be awesome, but I don't think so.
yeah. Let me Google it. So, like for instance, I own Mega Man Legends 1 and 2. Mega Man Legends. And I bought that on PlayStation 3. First of all, is that even playable on PlayStation 5?
uh
Mega Man Legends. Um, well, I can't trust this person because they don't know what they're talking about here.
well, I'm signing on to my PlayStation Network
Okay.
account.
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
So okay, so you're okay, here's games.
Okay.
You can go as far back as PS4. There's
But you
PS5, PS4, PS Virtual Reality 2,
Okay.
PC and PC Plus, PS Plus, which is like that's the one where
Yeah.
you can explore all the games, but I don't know how far back.
So like you can't buy a PlayStation 1 game on PS5.
Only no, only from the network, which is like EOS, like Nintendo eShop.
Okay.
So you can't visit. Okay. So correct one, you cannot.
Huh.
So you can okay. Let me put in search PlayStation. Okay, what was that? Mega Man. Mega Man. What?
Legends.
Mega Man Legends. Oops.
So it's not called PSN, PlayStation Network?
Um. Yeah, it is still is.
Oh, okay.
So you can get Mega Man 11. Hold
Well,
on,
that's
let me
not the
see.
same game though.
No, that's a PS. Dude, I think they kind of like obsolete, like made those games obsolete.
So I don't like that.
Well, let me try and spell this correctly first.
There are very few PS1 games on PS5, and most are locked behind PS Premium. So yeah, it sounds like PlayStation is no better than Nintendo of the past.
Correct.
I don't like that. That's frustrating. Yeah, because I own a lot of PlayStation games, PlayStation 1 games to play digitally on my PS3.
Okay.
Wow, okay.
So I yeah, it's very they're making it almost seem like they want you to keep with the games that are like mainstream now.
Yeah.
They're trying to get away from kind of like the past, I guess.
So imagine a Nintendo 20 years from today. Let's say we're on Switch 4 or Switch 5 or Switch 6, who knows? Maybe they'll speed up the cadence they release them if they're going to follow in Apple's footsteps. Um, let's say we're on Switch 6 and let's say the eShop is the same eShop that we had on Switch 1 and all of the games that you bought, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mario Odyssey, Mario Wonder, Mario Odyssey 2, Mario Kart 9, Animal Crossing, uh, New Horizons, New Animal Crossing, whatever the next one is for Switch 2. You could play all of those on Switch 6 because the store is the same and like the way they distribute the games is the same, just like iPhone. That would be amazing. Like
That would
Nintendo
be.
would they would really be putting themselves on the map, differentiating themselves from PlayStation because PlayStation hasn't done that. Um, so I don't know. I'm hopeful that the eShop that we have is here to stay and that our purchases on it are going to be in our accounts for the long haul, just like with our iPhone apps and our iPad apps.
So yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with you, Warren. And the one thing that I kind of see that it will happen is because if you think about it, going back to my point about the franchise character, Mario,
Yeah.
we were able to now on the eShop, I know that when we were on the family plan, we were able to play Super Mario World, Super Mario All-Stars.
Yeah.
And so I have a feeling like if we are in Switch 6, like your example that you gave,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like, yeah, I mean, that's the only way I can think logically that they would keep it as if like, okay, well, now it's available as like greatest hits. Like these were the greatest hits on Switch 2 or Switch. So here's what you can play. But because that's how they did it with now with Switch with the old NES game, Super NES.
Right. But what I'm saying is not like that. Like what you're talking about is the emulators that they give you access to with Switch Online. I'm not talking
Yeah,
about
correct.
emulators. I'm talking about like games that you own. Like I own Mario Wonder digitally. Come Switch 6, I should be able to just install Mario Wonder digitally, just like I have it installed on my current Switch and play it. Not an emulator. not an emulator of greatest hits of Switch. I'm saying, so I like, for instance, if you had an iPhone 4, pretend you had an iPhone 4. I don't know what apps. Let's say you installed Shazam on iPhone 4 15 years ago. When you have an iPhone 15, the Shazam app that you install on iPhone 15 is the same Shazam app that you installed on iPhone 4. Like, there's no difference.
Yeah,
Clearly, there's been updates along the line,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And maybe there will be a bug glitch fix on Mario Wonder and time, who knows? But like what I'm saying is just like Shazam ran on iPhone 4 and runs on iPhone 15, Mario Wonder should run on Switch 1 through eternity. Just like Shazam is going to run on iPhone
Yeah.
a billion, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's just how it is. And that's what I mean.
I think we're both on the same page because it's like you think about it how it was a huge jump too because okay, think about it. From your Nintendo 64 to GameCube, they were completely different. Like
Completely different systems,
you went
completely
from
different
cartridges,
architectures.
yeah,
Yeah.
you went from cartridges to like mini discs. So I can see that being like there should be some kind of yeah. I think that the eShop is going to be there for indefinite because they have to. And who's to say like Switch 6 if it is Switch 6? Like what are the cartridges going to be like? If there's are there going to be any cartridges? Like
My guess is they're going to get rid of cartridges eventually.
so yeah. So they're
Actually,
just
we don't even know. They haven't even told us if Switch 2 exclusives are going to be on cartridges. Like, we know that the Switch 2 can play Switch 1 cartridges, but they haven't shown us a Switch 2 cartridge. Switch 2
no.
games might be digital only. We don't even know that yet.
Well, no, because they said that you could play Switch 4 though. Or Switch 4. You can play Switch on Switch 2.
Correct. You can play Switch 1 cartridges on Switch 2, which means there
Okay,
will
so
be a cartridge slot,
slot.
but that doesn't mean that Switch 2 games are going to be cartridges. That slot might literally just be for backwards compatibility. Switch
That
2
would be interesting.
exclusives might be digital only.
Okay, that would be an interesting thing because now that you say that, there's two versions of PS5s.
Right.
There's PS5 hard drive
Yep.
and the PS5 digital, which there is no slot.
Right. You have to buy an external disk drive. Yeah, so what if Switch 2
Yeah.
games are digital only?
E.
And that will indicate that going forward it's going to be digital only. But I don't know. We're speculating. We don't actually know anything yet.
But for me, like I would rather just get like I wanted a digital PS5, but
Oh, really?
GameStop, yeah, because GameStop only had it was $100 cheaper, and they only had that left, like two left. So
Okay.
I'm gonna settle. So I settled. But would I have gotten if I had the money to get to digital? Of course. I don't I for me having personal physical copies like that doesn't. The one good thing though is that you can sell it.
Right.
You can trade in. When digital, you're just like, well, you're stuck with it forever.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah.
man, man, I still honestly think that if they do be all digital, I mean, I'll be all for it, even regardless. I mean, if it has a slot for regular Switch games and Switch 2 is all digital, that's fine with me. But I think it's gonna come down to if these games, are coming out, it's gonna make me want to get it.
Yeah.
One point I was gonna say too is that um with Switch 2, I just think they're killing themselves with just having this handheld regular game console type deal. I think it needs to be like you have the Switch Lite, which I have,
Yeah.
which is perfectly sweet. It's awesome. I love it. But why do they need to continue with the Switch 2, I guess because people are barely home anymore and they like to
Well,
play video games, like I just rather play video games in my comfort of my own home on my big screen TV on my surround sound. I don't see myself wanting, I mean, the reason why I got the light is because my wife and I played Pokemon Unite.
yeah,
I rarely ever pick up my light and I mean I have Arceus on there. I haven't even really played that because I've been playing Scarlet Violet. And where am I playing Scarlet Violet? On my couch.
gotcha.
Like, and Pokemon Unite is okay, I'm in my bed and then Kayla's on her phone. So like, it's like a mobile game. So like if it's not a mobile game, I'm not on my light.
Yeah.
I'm on the Switch, but my Switch is connected to my TV.
Does it negatively impact you to just leave your Switch docked to your TV?
No.
So it's only a positive to provide the ability to allow it to be portable if you want it to be.
Yeah. But I feel like there's no point to it.
Well, here's one thing. Okay. It's interesting. And obviously without data, all these big companies have tons of data that drive their decisions. Um, well, so Xbox Series X, Series S, those are, home consoles. They connect to your TV or your monitor. That's it. They're not going anywhere. PlayStation 4, 5, 5 Pro, those are consoles. They're connected to your TV. They're not going anywhere. Nintendo has to differentiate themselves. So the one key way to do that, I mean, Nintendo has been the longest standing handheld gaming hardware creator as far as I can think of. I mean, we had the Nintendo Game Boy came out in 1989, and they've had a current handheld system since 89 up until now. Like they have killed it in the handheld scene for decades. Um, so like for them to give up, like they wouldn't create a Switch 2 without it being portable because that's probably one of their biggest selling aspects is like that because Nintendo they cater to families too, not just the hardcore gamers, and kids are going to want to be playing on their portables in the car, on the couch while their parents are watching their TV shows or who knows what. And then for us adults that want to just sit on the couch and game, couch co-op or our one-player games, we'll just play it docked. Um, but then there is the side of the coin of, well, why doesn't Nintendo just make a lesser cost console version? A version that literally it's the same power as a Switch 1 or a Switch 2, and it has no screen, it has no Joy-Cons, and it just plugs into HDMI and power, and then you connect a Pro controller to it. Um, I mean, and like I think that's a cool idea, but my guess is that Nintendo just has the data to show that the money that they would spend on R&D and manufacturing it wouldn't make sense because there just wouldn't be enough people to buy that. They would just buy the one that switches. But like I understand what you're saying. Um, but it costs Nintendo a lot of money to give more options, and there's probably just not enough return on investment to give more options.
Yeah. Yeah. You brought up an interesting point too with like because they did produce like I've been talking about it. And I don't think they've updated the light, no.
No, they have not. The light it's been the same since it came out. I mean, they've come out with a bunch of different colors. You had the Animal Crossing versions, you had the recent
Pokemon.
Gold Zelda version. But they all have the same hardware, same batteries, same screens. Yeah.
Yeah, so nothing's really. I mean, if they come out with a LED OLED light,
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't even, I wouldn't even get it because like the light is already doing a good enough job for what I play it for.
Yeah.
I guess sorry. I guess with the games that I play,
Hmm.
doesn't necessarily move me. How can I say it? Like it doesn't really it doesn't make me want to get the Switch 2 because I mean these games if they come out for if the ones we just said are going to be coming out, yes. But I feel like for me it's not I feel like the Switch 2 is just I only get it for the games because it's
Yeah.
not really letting me do what I need to do. What I need to do is on. So I don't know what games are going to possibly make me want to get to play on the road or play on the go.
Who knows? Maybe you
I don't
just
know.
won't ever play it portably. That's just your play style,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
And that's okay.
yeah. I still got my PS5. Like it's not, you know,
Yeah.
I rather, but what was keeping me captive is the Mario and the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Was those two are not even on, they're not even on PS5.
Yeah, I know. And that's
So
really what keeps us all coming back to Nintendo.
exact. Yep. Yeah.
But
Awesome,
yeah,
Warren.
so I'm really hoping that Legends ZA is on both Switch 1 and Switch 2. If that's the case, I'll buy it to play on Switch 1. And then whenever the next mainline Pokemon comes out, I'm sure there'll be a Pokemon Switch 2 console version. That's what I'll buy.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice, Warren.
Yeah.
Good. Well, that was a good discussion there.
That was fun. So, well, we know that Ivan's gonna get it day of if it has those exclusives.
Day off.
Yep. And I'll just come
There
over to play yours.
you go. I'll be I'll be like lining out at GameStop and how those days used to be where we come out like at midnight releases.
Oh, you know, I was just talking to my brother about times used to just be more fun. Like releases used to be more fun. Like when you couldn't just order stuff online so easily and when you couldn't just buy things digitally or whatever or have them delivered to your house day of release. Like I was reminiscing on when I bought the first PlayStation Portable at GameStop the day of. Like like releases just used to be more exciting or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah. I just saw a nostalgic video of a game that came out and like people were like, "Oh, we're gonna have like screen they're all gonna have like screen setups and like already link systems and stuff like that." And I remember we did that. It was awesome. Like we just like were at midnight, just it came out, we got it, started playing it, and it was like, yeah, those days of like midnight releases and like lines out the door, like people waiting for them are no longer.
Taking off work.
Yeah, taking off work. Exactly. Yep. Those days are long gone.
I know.
Crazy. You want anything else to add on?
No, I think that's kind of been everything I've been thinking about. Oh, one other thought that hadn't occurred to me until I heard people talking about it was we don't know if the Switch 2 screen is going to be OLED or not.
Mm.
They haven't announced that yet. And a lot of people, or not a lot, people, I have heard people speculate that the Switch 2 screen will not be OLED. One, to keep costs down originally, and then two, to give Nintendo a reason to release a Switch 2 OLED.
Oh my goodness. Oh, like why?
I could see it. I could see it.
Well, then
Um,
I have to wait for a Switch 2 OLED.
and I wouldn't even be that mad about it. Like if they can really keep the cost down, let's say they can release Switch 2 non-OLED at the 350 price point. That sounds good to me. And I don't know if you've seen my ROG Ally. The ROG Ally does not have an OLED screen,
Okay.
and it looks amazing. I if I can't really, without looking at them side by side, if I'm playing a game on my Switch OLED and I'm playing a game on my ROG Ally, I can't tell the difference.
Wow.
Like if they're next to each other, maybe. But like back to back, no, I see no difference. The LCD on the Ally is that good. So
Wow.
like I wouldn't even be mad if the Switch 2 had LCD instead of OLED.
What was that one that you bought? It was by Steam. That's the one you're talking about?
The Steam Deck?
Yeah.
I don't have a Steam Deck. And
Well, you bought
The Steam Deck screen is not as good as the ROG Ally screen. The ROG Ally is like a Steam Deck. You know, it's a handheld with a big screen,
okay.
but I don't have a Steam Deck, so I'm not
I'm
sure what
trying
you're
to
thinking
think.
about.
It was white and
That's
you
my
were
ROG
playing.
Ally.
Dude, that thing no, that thing is ugly.
Yeah, the screen on
Yeah.
that's sick. Yeah,
Yeah, I think you showed me No Man's Sky on there.
that sounds right.
That was amazing. That
Yeah,
actually made me want to go get No Man's Sky just so I can play it. But I mean,
yeah.
even though I'm not gonna get it, but that was incredible. Okay, so compared to that Ally, compared to the new one that you got, the new handheld you got, that's
The
emulator.
the Trim UI brick.
Yeah. So what's the difference there?
Oh, the Trim UI brick. That's a much more budget friendly, a much more
Okay.
portable device.
Okay.
So like I'm using the Trim UI brick to play like Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance,
Okay.
you know, like
That's right.
emulating older systems. I mean, I can do all that on the ROG Ally, but like games like that, I just want like something that's more portable.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it just seems more like I've played Game Boy Color games on my ROG Ally and it was fun, but it just felt like a little out of place or something.
Oh, okay.
And like it just feels much more natural on the Trim UI brick. And like the other thing is, I like playing games in bed, and like I'm laying down with the screen over my face,
Yeah.
and like the ROG Ally, it's just it's a little too heavy and big to hold over my face for any length of time. So like the Trim UI brick, it's like tiny. It almost is weightless, you know? So
Okay.
like playing with it over my face, like I'm never gonna drop the thing. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
So
So
you got
it's much better for bedtime playing.
okay, because like the light is like that. The light is like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
big and it's like, and I have a Pokemon case on it too.
Okay.
So it's a grandiose. So it's like, yeah, I can drop that thing on my face.
And that's the Switch Lite.
Yeah.
Dude, the Ally is like twice as big and twice as heavy as the Switch
Oh my
Lite.
God.
Yeah.
I can imagine then. Crazy. Cool, man. Well, oh, one more point.
One other thing. Also, don't forget that at this point, Nintendo recognizes that they're competing against ROG Ally, Steam Deck, MSI Claw, all of the GPD devices, all the INEO devices. So like that's why Nintendo Switch 2 has to be portable again, because like not only are they competing against PlayStation and Xbox indirectly, like let's be real,
Yeah.
indirectly, but they're also competing against all of these new handhelds that have flooded the market that did not exist when Switch 1 came out. All these handhelds exist thanks to Switch. Like if the Switch
Wow.
didn't exist and if the Switch wasn't as successful as it was, we probably wouldn't have the Steam Deck. We probably wouldn't
Wow.
have the ROG Ally. So
Yeah.
now Nintendo, like they had the throne for so many years, but now all these companies have made these handhelds to compete with the Switch. So Nintendo has to reclaim their throne, you know?
Yeah, and I think with the pricing, I mean, I think these other companies like, well, how much was the Ally again? It was like
Okay,
400,
so
500.
let me okay, it's kind of hard to compare right now. So I can't remember how much the Steam Deck cost when it originally came out, but right now you can get the the bottom tier Steam Deck for 399. So like
That's pretty good.
Switch 2 in my opinion has to be 399 or less because gamers are going to say, why would I buy a Switch 2 if I can buy a Steam Deck?
Yeah.
You know? So like I think Switch 2 needs to be 399 or less. The ROG Ally, they already have a second version out called the ROG Ally X. I think that one is $700.
Mhm.
Actually, I think it's 800. But you can get the ROG Ally right now for 450 at Best
Wow.
Buy. So in the ROG Ally, there's two versions. There's the Z1 and the Z1 Extreme. I've seen the Z1 go for 350 and the Z1 Extreme is 450 right now. So like
Wow.
Switch 2 has to come below those because those are gaming computers. You know, they
Yeah.
can run games that are they can run way more games and way more uh power hungry games than Switch at this point. So yeah, Switch 2, it'll have to come at a lower cost than gaming handhelds or PC gaming handhelds.
Yeah. We'll have to see because what helps them too is the bundles because the bundles I think if this is going to be a Switch 2 bundle Mario Kart 9, that's going to be like 500 $600. Like it's going to attract people
That's a
and
good
it's
point.
going to
I kind of forgot about bundles.
yeah, the bundles I think are going to be a huge thing. Even if you said if ZA comes out and that is a Pokemon bundle and it comes with a specific Pokemon like graphic or whatever on the Switch 2,
I don't see that happening for ZA.
no.
I don't see that happening for ZA now. Because like Arceus didn't get the fanfare like that. Like the Legends,
Mhm.
Pokemon Legends games are kind of like side games.
Like
Yeah, they're off to the side, you know? Like
okay.
they're fan service. Like I only see that happening for mainline Pokemon. Well,
Got
they
it.
did it for like there was a Nintendo Switch version for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
Okay.
And then there
Yeah.
was a Pokemon Switch Lite version for was it was it Black and White? Sword and Shield?
Oh. Oh wow.
Was it Sword and Shield? It might have been Sword and Shield. There might have been there was probably a Sword and Shield Nintendo Switch version.
Interesting.
I mean, technically, Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee were not mainline Pokemon games. So you could be right. There could be a Pokemon Legends ZA version of the Switch 2.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I think those are the only things that are gonna like make the price go up
Yeah.
because you're gonna get the bundles.
Yeah. I could see those being like 400 for a bundle.
Yeah. I can't remember how much we paid for the Mario Kart 8 because we got the Mario Kart 8 bundle.
Okay.
It
Was
was
it
like
the
four.
OLED
No,
Switch? Okay.
just the regular
LCD Switch. Okay.
LCD Switch. Yeah. It was
That
like
was
I think it was like 450.
no, it was probably 350.
350?
Yeah, when did you buy it? Like a year ago, 2 years ago?
Oh, 2 years ago.
Okay, that would have been 350.
Yeah, we got it when we were yeah, 2 years ago.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, no, because we've been here, huh? So yeah, it was 2 years ago. Yeah. I was getting verification. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
I think time will tell. And I think with excuse me, I think with more information coming out, I think it's gonna be I think and they do very well.
Yeah.
I think Nintendo does a phenomenal job um with release. I think it's almost like Pokemon. Like Pokemon, they do a very well job as well. And then once it's a reveal, this is like, oh wow, I'm so glad we got it.
hmm
Or
This
I'm
won't
looking
be our last conversation on this topic.
no, absolutely not. Next conver next conversation we'll probably be talking about that we have
Yeah.
it. Okay. Well, very good one. Moving on, we're gonna be I'm gonna take over here.
Yep. Tell
New
me about
character coming
Unite.
out. Yeah, Pokemon Unite. So this here is as we all know is Rapidash.
Is that Alolan?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Okay.
And as you all know, it's Ponyta and Rapidash. So it's actually a really good this character is gonna take off. It's producing like a new game style, I guess you could say. It's a Galarian. I'm sorry, Galarian.
Oh,
Not
Galarian. Okay.
yeah, it's the Galarian Rapidash. Um, she's introducing like a kind of a new game style play. Um, Meaning she's more of an attack, not as an attacker. She's a special attacker, but it's interesting how she's gonna have like a shield, which a lot of Pokemon don't have shields, but Rapidash and Ponyta is gonna have like this sphere, like almost like a sphere around her. And the more that you are moving with her, running around, the more the shield's gonna be like active.
Okay.
So she's basically gonna be like a scorer. Like you just need to be able to get in and get out. You're gonna get into battles and you're gonna get out of battles quick. And you're also gonna be able to do some damage like from a distance. So she's gonna be very well. I mean, and if we are to boost her level up here to level 15, she's gonna have 7,800 hit points,
Okay.
which a lot of the top Pokemon that are in Unite right now, that's really good. Once you get to level 15, you in a battle, it's 10 minutes, and you basically get to level, if you're good, you can get up to level 13, 14. So even if you're at level 13, 14, you're at still of a 7,000, almost 6,500 to 7,000. That's a big jump from level 13 to level 14. And the way you level up is by A, scoring, B, knocking out Pokemon, and C, also knocking out wild Pokemon that are scattered throughout the level. So the more Pokemon you knock out, the more points you receive, the more experience points you get, the more you level up. And as you level up, you get more moves.
Okay.
And so these moves have been known to or seen we've seen because we have a little bit like those that have like Kayla and I have played like only maybe one battle with her. We didn't really see much, but with what we've seen on YouTube, um, she's very powerful. So she's going to be doing a lot of damage. So I'll have a little more info on it. I'm up on Poké Collab. I apologize to all our fans that I've been a little behind on Pokemon Unite, but I think this is going to be pretty cool for um all our listeners out there that are interested in the Ponyta and Rapidash. I know Kayla, my wife, is very interested in getting Ponyta and Rapidash. And I think this is cool because it's introducing like a kind of a new way of battle style. So I have more info on it coming up in the next couple weeks. I know that we're going to be trying getting it soon, but that's just a little rundown of a new character coming out with
Cool.
Rapidash.
So
Yeah.
I have a couple questions.
hmm
So help me out as somebody who still has not played Unite.
hmm
So, let's say I were to just start now. Could I just get this new Rapidash? Do I have to get Ponyta first and then evolve? Like, how does that work?
Okay, so if you were to start off right now, you're on the same level as everybody. Right now, you have to complete challenges. And it almost seems like you need to be on, you remember the old version of TCG Live where you have the regular ladder and then you have the premium ladder.
Yeah.
So with Unite, you actually have to pay. So it's like $10 a month to get on the
Okay.
premium ladder.
Okay.
So you have to each battle that you do gives you a certain amount of points. And there's also challenges that you can complete to then up they're like little balls, and they give you like certain amounts of credits that you need to unlock. So you need to unlock, I think it's like 2,000. I think it's like 2,000 points on the premium line in order to get Rapidash.
Okay.
So if you're not on the premium line, then you can only get the hollowware or like you can only rent her for like 7 days
Okay.
until that 2 week limit. Like right now, she's like super new. So Pokemon Unite does like a 2 week type of release type of thing.
Yeah.
After the 2 weeks, everybody can then have enough AOS coins, which then you can purchase Rapidash for a price, which I
Okay.
think she's like 15,000 AOS coins, I
Okay.
think. So then you get AOS coins by them participating in battles, and the more points you score, the more Pokemon you knock out, the better you play. It's almost like Halo. Like when we were, you do good, your rank goes up, you start ranking up, you get more credits to get other different things, start stuff like starts to unlock.
Okay.
Same thing with Pokemon Unite. The better you do in a battle, the more you're going to be able to produce. And so, like, if you were to start right now, you'd be on an even leveling field, basically, because everybody's trying to get Rapidash.
Okay.
So you'll come in just with like your normal Pokemon that they give, which I don't remember who are the starters, but you
Yeah.
get a starter, basically. And then you can then up your Pokemon, level them up, and then you also get held items, and then you get emblems. There's so much stuff.
Okay.
But if you were to come in right now, you'd be at a level playing field, basically trying to get Rapidash
Okay.
up
So,
until 2 week event is over, and then you can just purchase her.
okay. And there's never a point where you're Ponyta and evolve.
Yes. Yes. So you start off, you level up. As you level up, you evolve.
So you wouldn't get Rapidash, you'd get Ponyta?
You get Ponyta. And
Oh, okay.
she I think evolves at level 5.
Okay.
Level 5. So you'll have Ponyta right off the start of the game. The more you points you score, the more wild Pokemon you knock out, or even the opponent, if you knock them out, the better. Because even if they're rank higher than you and you level and you're able to like knock that Pokemon out, the higher rank,
Yeah. Yeah.
um the higher experience you'll get, which
Right.
then gets you further into getting evolving to Rapidash.
Okay.
Yeah, the name of the game is also to evolve quickly. So you want to just continuously score and knock out Pokemon. But
Okay.
scoring basically is quicker. I mean, you want to get there fast. So the more you score, because the way it is like there's 5 ports, like goals, and
Yeah.
the more goals that you score, the faster you evolve. So,
Okay.
but yeah, you'll start off as baby Ponyta, and then the more you score, you'll get to Rapidash. So it goes the same thing with Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur. You start off as Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur. And
Okay.
as you continue to fight, you'll go into Wartortle, Charmeleon, and then um, Ivysaur.
Okay.
So yeah, it's the same. There's no rare candies. Like you can't just go from the stage basic to stage 2. You have to just go through um the regular evolving, which is cool. But yeah, that
Okay.
is Pokemon Unite. Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good.
I
Yeah,
definitely
I still
I
need to
wish
check
you
it
would,
out.
Orin.
Yeah.
I wish you would.
I downloaded it. I just didn't boot it up yet.
I think we'll have to play a game together just to get you into it.
Okay.
For those that are into it. Yeah,
That sounds
that'd be
good.
great. All right, Orin. Well, let's go into your Pokemon coins.
Yeah, this will be a short one, but I think I mentioned on a previous episode that I had ordered some coins on Ricari. We've kind of talked about coins in the past and how they can be like a nice little supplement to your collection that they're kind of like door prizes that come with like lunch boxes of cards and stuff. But I did buy a little lot on Mercari recently from a seller named Keto's Place, and I'll just show you his store a little bit in a minute here. But first,
Cool.
I want to show you the coins that I got from Keaton, who runs Keto's Place on Mercari. So I got a total of 7 new coins. So here's a score bunny I got.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna do these in order of my favorites from this lot. So here's our score bunny. And then we got, and these are all the jumbo coins, which actually I like the jumbos. They're kind of cool. Here's
Oh
a
yeah.
Eevee,
Nice.
nice and shiny. And then here's a cool Pikachu.
Oh, that's awesome. That's actually the one I have in TCG Live.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's a cool one. You're gonna love this one.
Ooh, I think I already know. Yeah.
You got our Charizard.
Ooh, that orange. That's the one that's on Pocket.
Is it
Yeah. I got that one. I went. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I went premium for like just a couple days.
like a trial or you
Try. I
paid?
did the
Okay.
trial because I wanted the Charizard package,
Oh yeah.
and so that coin right there, that's one of them.
Okay, cool. Nice.
I'm excited.
And then I like this one a lot. I like the color a lot. We got our
Okay.
Snom. It's kind of like in real life, it's kind of like a green blue, like an aqua, but like leans more towards the green. The
Yeah.
the camera doesn't really capture it
Yeah. It's
very
showing
well.
blue more.
Yeah. In real life, it's a little more greenish, in
Okay.
my opinion. And then we got our Vulpix.
Oh, that's cool.
This one's definitely more blue.
Yeah.
And I like the geographic stuff going on there.
No, that's sweet.
Now here's my absolute favorite.
Oh, that's cool. That is awesome.
Yeah, I love
It's
this.
almost like a candid photo of Pikachu.
There's a card, and I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick that kind of is similar to that, and it looks like an old, like historic lady in a kimono next to a Pikachu.
Hmm.
Um, and that's what this coin reminds me of.
I think I might have seen that too.
I don't know what set it's in though. Give me 1 second to try to find it. Yeah, I found it. Here, I'll share my screen, and I need to grab a tissue.
Okay.
My nose is dripping.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, it looks like that. Um,
Oh, you
wait,
didn't share one.
okay, hold on. I'm fighting two battles at the same time.
Got it.
The drippy nose while trying to share my screen. So,
Yeah. Okay.
but there's another card. I mean, maybe this is the one that I'm thinking of, but like it just reminds me of like an old school Japanese look.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I just love it.
No, yeah, that's giving me the vibes too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. And I love how it's gold.
Yeah.
It's
So,
sweet.
yeah, I mean, if you haven't given thought to the coins that you have, get them out. You might be surprised at what's in your collection. I still haven't found a good way to display them. Like I told you last episode, that challenge coin display was a failure.
Hmm.
So I'm still looking for a better option. And if you have a better option, please leave a comment below. But
Yeah.
once I find one, I'll let you guys know.
Awesome, Warren.
Oh, and I was going to show you Keaton's uh,
Yeah.
store here real quick, just to give you an idea. I told him I'd give him some love on our show once I got my stuff. Do share screen. So here's the listing that I won. Yeah, so you can see coins. The other cool thing about coins is like not
Mhm.
many people are you know looking for them. So like I got this whole lot for just over $4, just under five
Yeah.
bucks. Um, so yeah, you can get coins for relatively cheap. So yeah, check out Keto's place. He sells mostly singles. He has a lot of singles up for sale for market value. So give him a look. My items came in good condition, just as described. Um, and he's got quite a bit. I didn't even realize that there was this new Airy card with her without her mask, which I thought was pretty cool.
Oh, wow, you're right.
Yeah, this is Prismatic Evolutions.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute, that's
Yeah.
airy.
Yeah. What? She's not
And
like
a
that wrestler.
yeah, exactly. It was throwing me off.
Yeah.
So yeah, so check out Keto's Place, Samarkari. Um, he's got a little blurb about him here, and check out
Cool.
what he's got for sale. Okay,
Awesome.
well, that's all I've got on the coin conversation.
Good. Nice one. Thanks.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
speaking of prismatic evolutions,
This I want to see.
so we have some right here.
Wait a
Ooh.
minute. What are those? Are those sleeves?
Yeah, bro. So they sent us the ones that we had ordered on TCG.
Yeah,
Um, they sent them in the sleeves of the ETB.
that's cool.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome.
So
I love it.
what have you got?
Okay, so I'm gonna go with this one first. I'm gonna go with we have Vaporeon.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty sweet. I'm liking it. And then we have Glaceon.
Okay,
She
cool.
doesn't do. Oh, come on.
I like the Vaporeon
There you
better.
go. Really?
I think so.
Wow.
Well, okay, let's show them side by side. Eh, maybe I like the Glaceon better. I don't know.
We don't. I mean, I don't mind Vaporeon, but my wife is a little weird with her because of her face. But in this one, it's not that bad.
Okay.
I actually like Glaceon's face a little better than, or Vaporeon's face a little better than Glaceon.
Yeah, it's more like intimidating.
Yeah. So these are the two, and then we were able to get we have more coming, but we ended up getting a
Lugia.
Lugia from this set.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. And then we also got the basic ones, just the basic. We
Yeah.
pretty much got all this from um we have all of them. We have the Vaporeon, the Umbreon. You want me to show them?
Yeah.
So we have the Vaporeon,
Okay.
the regular. So that's cool. We have the Umbreon, which I think is one of my. He's probably one, either he or she. I can't remember. I think he's a he.
Are these hollow, reverse hollow?
This is hollow.
Okay. And
Um,
aren't pretty much all Pokemon available in both male and female, except for like Ditto?
I think so.
Yeah.
This one's reverse hollow,
Okay.
not the Pokeball because you can't see it. I mean, you can see like the water symbol there,
Yeah.
so it's not the Pokeball, but it's still pretty good. We have the Sylveon.
Nice.
This is just a regular. Wait, yeah, regular
Regular
hollow.
hollow. Okay.
Yeah, regular hollow. And then we have my wife's favorite, Leafeon.
Yay.
So that is also a reverse hollow.
Okay.
And then we have the my second favorite is Jolteon.
That's cool. Now it looks like they reused some of the art from 151.
I think so. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, like the Vaporeon and this Jolteon. I think these are the same art as 151.
Oh, come on.
I
Yeah.
think we're good.
Think you're good?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Okay, it's a little blurry. Then we have the regular Glaceon.
Hmm.
Just more like Prancer, like a Prancer. That's pretty cool. And then my favorite,
Larion.
Larian,
Yeah.
who's like this card. No, the one that's coming is the Flareon um uh what do you call it? There you go. And then
Espeon.
Espeon. Yeah. The Flareon Terraform.
Yeah.
That card is if you've seen my video on TCG Live, you know that I got my butt whipped by by a Flareon Terra card. Yeah, he was really damaging me. I was like, oh my God, I can't stand a chance. Nothing was coming up either. Like my
Yeah.
cards, none of them. It was just a bad hand. And then I ended up getting like two other losses. Which thanks, Oren, for watching and commenting.
You're welcome.
But
I still
I
enjoyed it.
was
I don't care
I
if
was
you win
like,
or not.
come on.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me if you win.
Thanks. But also too.
Man, my allergies are going nuts today.
Oh,
Sorry.
well, we're almost through. We're almost through.
Okay. I'm
But if you guys
I'll make
haven't
it.
got a chance to get the McDonald's,
Oh yeah. You got the
um,
Koraidon?
I got the Koraidon. Yep.
Nice.
And then I have my Pikachu.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So these were there you go. Perfect. Oh yeah, perfect. Thank you, camera. Yeah. So we'll see. I would like to I don't know. These almost look I mean, I have to have your eye on, but they look pretty centered, but we'll see. We'll see. But those two are the top picks.
Yeah.
I got the Charizard box and then I got a Dragonite box.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
not too bad.
I'm liking the McDonald's set. We got two of the Pikachus and we got the Roaring Moon.
Okay.
We're not collecting them. We're just throwing them up on TCG Player.
Yeah. I think these two I probably will I do would like to get a Roaring Moon. Um, let's see how it's I don't know. Oh, I got an Umbreon too. I think the Umbreon is pretty cool.
Is it non-hollow?
Not hollow.
That is
Yeah.
cool though.
Yeah. So there are some pretty sweet cards. I even got Charizard, which I think this is the new like partner one. What's it called? Journey Together.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I think
that's
you're
the
right.
what's his face? He's in the back
Um,
there.
I forget his name.
Yeah, I forgot his name too. Actually, it's right here.
It's like Blaze
Nope,
or
nope,
something.
nope. Yeah,
Blaine? No.
Blaine. Yeah.
No.
Um,
I don't know. Jordan's gonna have to correct me.
yeah, he'll have our heads
Yeah.
since we don't know. But there you have it. What do you think, Orin?
I think this was a fun show. Real quick about McDonald's. I just
Ooh,
want to tell you about something that happened. This was irritating. Yesterday, I went through the drive-through and got a Happy Meal with the Pokemon toy, and I opened the Happy Meal before I got home, fortunately, and there was no toy. I had to go back through the drive-through and be like, guys, come on, like that's the whole point of me buying this Happy Meal is the cards. So fortunately, they gave me the toy, but like I don't know how they missed that. So check your Happy Meals before you
yeah.
drive away.
So, Orin, there's been stipulations of people that happening,
Yeah.
and they're giving them the benefit of the doubt that because it's new, that they're forgetting to put the cards in there. There's also speculation of employees taking the cards and not putting them in the McDonald's bags. So
So they can take them home or something?
I guess I don't
Oh,
know,
okay. I mean, I can see
but
that. I can see that. With
with
how crazy the Pokemon card scene is right now.
you know there, I just saw one reel on Instagram saying that uh the only way that I'm getting Pokemon cards is from McDonald's. And he's just like
Yeah,
eating
yeah, pretty much.
McDonald's. He's
Yep.
eating out of the Happy Meal box.
Yep.
He's eating.
No, he's not wrong. I agree. That's where we're at right now.
I know, right?
Pretty
It's
funny.
crazy.
No. Um,
So, but hey, times have changed.
yes. At least for now.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
and I want to say also, Tuan, you said that you didn't get a chance to get your Pokemon Pocket uh time Wonder Picks
yeah.
either?
Yeah,
Weird.
so when you opened TCG Pocket after you got your Happy Meal, was it like obvious that you got these things?
So they said you only the only thing, Orin, I didn't order on the app. So
Okay, I
the only
did.
thing I know that's what I'm confused.
Yeah. So
Because
yeah,
Pokemon, the official.
I always order McDonald's through the app. And
Okay.
my email address on the McDonald's app is the same email address I use for TCG Pocket. And there was no like rewards or anything in my gifts to claim or anything for buying Happy
Hmm.
Meals. I don't know. Maybe I don't have some things set up correctly. I'll need to read through the instructions again or something. But yeah,
I
so
mean,
what we're talking about, if you don't know, right now, the McDonald's Pokemon promo, you can get hourglasses in addition to your Happy Meal, like for buying a Happy Meal. So
yeah. And it's straight from the site of Pokemon. Like that, we're not. I mean, this isn't. It's
Yeah,
from a
this is
legit
real.
source. Yeah, it's real.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just to let you guys know.
So yeah, if you're listening to this, if you've had that work where you bought a Pokemon Happy Meal and it actually gave you hourglasses and TCG Pocket, let us know. Let us know what
Yeah,
you did to get it to work, please.
please. All right. Well, that's our show, episode 19. Check out our merch site. Um, especially with like Eevee, the Prismatic Evolutions coming out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those
You can get
shirts,
some, yep,
those Eeveelutions shirts we've got, please check those out.
pins.
PokeCollab.com. Click on the merch link
Yeah,
and then buy stuff.
yeah. And also to sign up while you're at it because you get an alpha badge. First 100 members are able to get that alpha badge next to their sign on. Is it their screen name, right, Lauren? It's
Yeah,
their name. Yeah.
basically you get badges for doing specific things
Yeah.
that will be on display for everyone to see next to your screen name. And that alpha badge is only available to the first 100 users on PokeCollab.com. So you can still snag that alpha badge if you are interested.
Yeah. Well, this is Poké Collab, where we collect, train, and battle together. And it's been a pleasure, Orin.
Same here.
And we'll see you guys on episode 20.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.